This lesson, we're going to talk about navigating rides and shows, sensory strategies. All right, so you want to know which rides may be overwhelming. Okay, so let me just tell you. Mm, When when my kids were little, I told you Hassan was about 10, and we went to Animal Kingdom. Animal Kingdom, if you've ever been to Animal Kingdom, it has the Tree of Life in the center of the park. It's beautiful. It's a man-made tree, but it looks real. And in the tree trunk are carvings of animal faces all around the whole tree. But in the base of the tree, there is a theater. Okay. And so there's a line, so you can go, the line wraps around the tree, so you can go into the theater and to the base of the tree. And there is a Bug's Life show in the base of the tree in the theater. So cool. It's a 4D animated show. Okay. It's adorable. Okay. You put on the 3D glasses, you sit in the show, and there's like bubbles and stuff coming down, and you can see the 3D animation, but it's 4D, which means there are actually bubbles and there's puffs of smoke and air and like water droplets and everything. Okay. It's the coolest thing ever. It's so cute. It's like you're in the movie, The Bug's Life, A Bug's Life, right? Hassan was like, no. He was like, no, we're not doing this. It's like, Hassan, it's fun. It's like being in. He was like, no, all this stuff happening all at the same time. And there's noise coming from over here, and there's sounds coming from over here, and lights are flashing, and these 3D glasses making stuff jump everywhere and bubbles. I don't know where stuff is coming from. Stuff is squirting up from the bottom and coming dripping down from the top. He screamed his face off. He was like, I'm not having it. So much so that even now at age 25, he will not go in that theater. He's not having it. He was like, that's too much. He's like, I remember that. He was 10 when we took him there. He's like 15 years ago, something happened in that theater and I'm not going back. Know which rides and attractions would be overwhelming for your child. And you want to know that in advance because you don't want them to be overstimulated and you don't want them to have a negative experience. Okay. So, some high sensory rides. Space Mountain. Space Mountain is going to be a high sensory ride. In fact, you might not want to get on that ride if you have a back problem. Space Mountain is an indoor roller coaster. It's dark in there and you can't see, and it's got some like neon lights, and it's all like this at Space Mountain. You don't want to put your kid in there. Rock and Roller Coaster and the Tower of Terror. The Tower of Terror, first of all, it's a horror, it's like a spooky, Halloween type situation. And then you get on this elevator and it drops. Your kid can't handle that. My kid can't handle. I can't handle that, okay? It's too much. Some milder alternatives. Dumbo, the Dumbo ride, it's fun. It's like they don't call it Kitty Land, but it's like Kitty Land. It's a Small World, the Jungle Cruise. So the Jungle Cruise is different than so Dumbo, it's a small world, and the Jungle Cruise is in Magic Kingdom. Over in Animal Kingdom is Kilimanjaro. That's different than the Jungle Cruise. Kilimanjaro is the actual safari ride that goes through the safari. And when I tell you, they have you thinking you're really in Africa because there are actual, like elephants and zebra and like lions walking around. It's the coolest thing ever. And if your child loves animals, they will love that ride. It's awesome. I also want you to keep in mind that some of the shows might be overwhelming. So they're at Animal Kingdom, for instance, they have a bird show that's awesome. Like you sit there in like this outdoor amphitheater, and they have the stage, and they have these animals, these birds do these animal tricks. They're so cute. And then they fly and they swoop down, and they'll take the I don't know, the seeds out of the hand, and what I mean, cute little things. But then at Animal Kingdom, they have the Lion King show, which is awesome. It's like a whole like production. but it's loud and it's big and it's colorful. It's fun, but it's not like you're sitting back here on the stage. Like the stage is like it reminds me of a circus tent type situation. So there's seats on all fours and it's in the middle, and these big characters are coming out from all fours, and they're big, and the things are going in the air, and it's colorful. Know your child. It's loud, it's big, it's colorful, there's fire. Know your child. Okay. So one of the things you might want to do is, again, go on YouTube, show your child these things in advance, and let them decide if that's what they want to see. But then again, it might be different for them watching it on your laptop and saying, oh, that looks fun. And then you actually being in the actual circus tent situation, and they're like, oh my goodness, this is, you know what I mean? Be prepared. Okay. Be prepared. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. A little bit of Disney humor. Okay. Lion King. All right. Prepare for shows and parades. So bring headphones for loud shows. Fireworks and parades can be loud. Arrive early for preferred seating. I can't stress this enough. So the fireworks show at it's going to be shown on the castle. You want a good view of the castle. Okay. If you're standing somewhere and you can only see the side of the castle, or if you're behind a tree, you want to see the castle. But the fireworks show, I think it starts at about 9:30. At 7 p.m., people start gathering for this. And if you sit here and you want to think, oh, well, that's not worth it. It is worth it. Get your spot. Even if grandma has to sit there and wait, and you pull out one of those, chairs that you set up, or if your husband stands there and saves the spot for you while you guys go and do whatever and go to the bathroom. Don't think that you can wait till 8 o'clock or 8:30 to go and find your spot. Disney parents are crazy whenever it comes to this show, and I don't blame them, because this show is everything. It's everything. And you can look around and look at these parents and think these parents are crazy. It's not that serious. It is. That show is everything. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you it's great. Okay, I'm just saying. Some tips for that show to make it fun for your child, to make them more excited for it, or the parades. Okay, the parades are amazing too. Okay. Get them a t-shirt to match what's going on, of their favorite character, their favorite princess, their favorite, you know what I mean, Buzz Lightyear, Woody, whoever, so that they can feel like they're part of the festivities, part of the action, and get them whatever, flag or, light up toy that they're selling. Disney's going to sell you a balloon. They're going to sell you, it's going to be whatever, how much money. Factor that into your budget. You're going to buy it. You're going to make your kid happy. That will help calm them down. Whatever. That'll help them feel like they're part of the magic, the Disney magic. Okay. Just that's part of the trip. Okay. I'm just saying, don't complain about it. Just know that you're going to buy it and put it in your budget. All right. Other fireworks options. Okay. Watch from an indoor location. You didn't even know that was an option. Okay. So I'm going to put this in the comment section under this video. All right. There are some indoor options. If your child can't handle being in in those festivities, it's overwhelming for them, they can't handle it, I want you to consider some of these indoor options. At the Disney's Contemporary Resort, they have an observation deck. You can access the observation deck off the fourth floor lobby, which offers a great view of the fireworks. The California Grill, and I think this is also at the Disney's Contemporary Resort. If you have a dining reservation at California Grill, you can often watch the fireworks from your table or the observation deck after your meal. Show your receipt. Just because it's at Disney's Contemporary Resort does not mean you have to be staying at the Contemporary Resort. But you're going to want to get there early and you might need a reservation. So find that out in advance. Disney's Polynesian Village Resort, Ohana. Consider booking a reservation at Ohana for a dining experience with a view of the fireworks. You want to let them know. Okay? And Narcoossee's. Plan Disney recommends Narcoossee's for a fine seafood dining experience with a view of the fireworks. Now, what I recommend, and I've done this, when I'm making a reservation, I would call them and make a reservation with a person, and I would tell them, I'm making a reservation because my child has autism and it's hard for them to be in the actual park because of crowds and overstimulation. Please make a reservation so that we can see the fireworks. Let them know what's going on. Remember, I told you to let cast members know what the situation is so that they can make special accommodations for your child and your family. Use that to your advantage. Because even if you get a good spot at the park to see the fireworks, when those fireworks are over, listen, the way those crowds will trample crowds, thousands and thousands and thousands of people trying to rush to get out of the park to get to the parking lot. And the way Magic Kingdom specifically is set up, because let me just be clear, all of the parks have fireworks. Magic Kingdom has fireworks. Epcot has fireworks. Disney's uh it used to be called MGM, but it's not called that anymore. Disney's I can't think of the name. It's Disney's MGM. It has a different name now, but I forget what it's called. But that third park has fire. They all have fireworks except Animal Kingdom. Animal Kingdom does not have fireworks because of the animals, and they close, I think, at like 6 p.m., 6 or 7 p.m. So if you want to go to a park that closes early, Animal Kingdom. But they all have fireworks. But whenever I talk about the fireworks, I'm specifically talking about Magic Kingdom's fireworks because it's the best fireworks show ever. But when I tell you that the crowd afterwards trying to leave the park is crazy, and specifically for Magic Kingdom Park, I don't know how to explain it. The park has a lake, so you can't just leave the park, go out of the entrance or the exit and just go to the parking lot. You have to catch a train or a boat to get across the water to get to the parking lot or a tram. You have to cross the water to get to the parking lot. So what happens is everybody rushes to the entrance of the park and there's a bottleneck and there are crowds trying to get on the tram, like the tram that gets you across the water, or the ferry to get you across the water to get to the parking lot at 10 o'clock at night. It's crazy. So I'm saying all that to say, you may want to consider some of these options. Another option is Cinderella's Royal Table. If you have a reservation, you can watch the fireworks from inside the restaurant. And specialty fireworks cruises. Undercover Tourist mentions specialty fireworks cruises that depart from various marinas. And I will put this under the video for you to have access to. So I hope this helps. I'll see you in the next